Podcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is TWiT.
This is TWiT News, episode 407, recorded September 25th, 2024, Meta Connect 2024. Now, we got to... Whoa! Yeah, we got giant. Now I want to sit back a little bit. We have to explain a little bit that we are going to do this differently because Mikah went to copyright school and he learned a thing or two.
I did.
We are not going to stream Meta's content. We are only going to stream us commenting on Meta's content. So I am going to go like this when Mark Zuckerberg enters the stage. And if you're watching this after the fact, cue up your video to Mark Zuckerberg walking on stage. Will it be Mark at the beginning? The first human who walks on the stage. I'll go like that. And then you cue your content up. And when you hear me do that, you play your content and you should be in sync with us. Now, we may not be in sync with each other because you're watching a stream, right, Mikah?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we're both watching a different stream.
Wait a minute, I hear sound.
So do I.
Besides spacey music, I hear sound. So it says on the screen, we'll describe the screen for those of you not watching. Meta Connect 2024 will begin shortly. I hear people. It's maybe AI coming to you.
Is that in the room with you, Leo? Because I hear it either from you or Mikah.
It's not me. Is it maybe in the next room?
Stop talking,
No,
whoever you are.
It almost sounds like a television is on.
It is. For some reason, no one knows why, my iPad decided to start playing Slow Horses. I wasn't watching it on the iPad. I never asked it to do that. It was closed. So AI is working. All right. So again, we're not going to stream Meta's video or audio. We're going to be listening to it in our own brains and then talking about it. And you will be up to you to have another window open with Meta or not, which might be an interesting. And I have a feeling we're going to have to, thanks to the world's rules of copyright. It's like riff tracks, exactly. Thanks to the rules of copyright that we may be doing this with everybody from now on. This is an experiment. We are excited about this because there will be a lot of AI talk. There will be some interesting stuff coming from Meta about augmented reality glasses. They apparently have something they've been working on. Mark's been promoting this, Zuck, as I call him, has been promoting this for a while as a big deal. So he suckered us in 1 hour and then...
please.
Pardon me?
He zuckered us in.
He zuckered us. I've been zucked. He's smoking those meats. We will do Windows Weekly as soon as this is over, which we anticipate will be on time. Yes, we are now 3 minutes away.
Hope and the desire.
Did you just say hope and the desire?
I said hope and the desire, but I said desire. It's such a desire.
Desire. I'm gonna turn down the spacey music a little bit because I think it's impeding in my ability to understand what the hell you're saying.
Yeah, I had to turn it down almost off.
It's really loud.
I hear everything else. Yeah, it is quite loud. Are we expecting hardware at this event, or is this going to be
hardware
software
that you can't buy?
Love that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, hardware that they won't really ship ever, or at least not for a while. We expect a lot of announcements of stuff that isn't available in the real world, but is available in the AI world. You know, it's interesting. Apple will play pop music that they presumably license beginning before their things. Meta apparently didn't want to license it, so it has just chords playing that probably an AI
generated?
Generated, yeah. Will we have a nerd helmet? Probably. I mean, they have the best-selling nerd helmet, which is the Meta Quest 3. Certainly low cost compared to the Vision Pro. I don't think that this is going to be an announcement of new stuff for Meta Quest 3, but we'll see for Meta Quest. But we shall see. Wow, this music is making me want to do something. I don't know. Something bad.
What, fall asleep?
Yeah. Something I shouldn't do on the air. You know what I am going to do, because we love you, chat guys, is I am also going to bring up the chat here. And that way I can drop it in as we're doing it.
Love that.
Yeah, I do like that feature. So if you say, in fact, I could even put in an overlay. Might as well. Well, maybe not. What do you think?
I
It's
think
risky.
It is risky.
It's risky
It can be
business.
fun to bring in from time to time.
All right, I will just do it that way. Like this.
I do have a profanity filter on that, so.
Oh yeah, and it's strong. You could say certain words.
Don't say that, because people will attempt to.
Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's very weak. Please don't use it.
Don't attempt to bypass. Now I definitely can't leave the overlay on.
Great.
We have people watching as usual in all the platforms, and they persuaded me yesterday that we should continue to stream on Twitter. What? X. We're going to stream on X.
We'll be there if you're there.
I felt like that was off-brand, so shall we say? But it is an advantage to having a lot of people watching. Right now, absolutely nobody's watching, but hey.
It's early.
It's early.
That's not even true. The 224 people who are watching are going to be sad that you said that.
I'm in the wrong spot if that's what's watching.
Across all platforms. Yeah.
Across all platforms. Well, good. Welcome. It's good to have you.
We're
That's
here and we're happy.
Discord for our club members, YouTube, Twitch, where Mikah is now a copyright guru. So that taking that test, which you did and is now available on to download if you want to watch it. Did that clear all our badness?
Yes.
So you did penance, in other words. You did a couple of Hail Marys.
Exactly. Yeah, a couple of Hail Marys, and we get reset to 0. You can only do copyright school, I think, once a year. So
we shouldn't be bad again.
Yeah. And in fact, it's always on your permanent record, even if it doesn't show up for your account. So they have like a repeat offenders section. But the most difficult thing was, now I'm seeing it's 10:01, so we might have to stop. There was a question on the quiz that said, fair use protects you from copyright strikes, yes or no? And we said no, because we did fair use.
And we got
it was a fair use instance, and we got a copyright strike. Well, they were going with that's sort of a trick question, because technically it is supposed to protect you, because a lawyer should not try to ding someone who falls within fair use. But Twitch does not have anything to do with the legal aspects of it. And so you literally do, as you said, Leo, when we talked about this, have to go to court to prove out that it is a true fair use instance. So basically, Apple in this instance is just saying, we know that they won't be doing that. We know that we're not going to be able to afford to go to court against Apple to prove.
You know, Jason Snell quite eloquently talked about this on MacBreak Weekly yesterday and said, yes, it is fair use. Yes, it is legal. And we could defend it in court and we would not have a problem. The problem is, and Google knows that, YouTube knows that, but they are so don't want to not get sued by Apple or anybody else, that they bend over the other direction. And they make it virtually impossible for us to defend ourselves. It would be hugely expensive. So we just are doing this. We're not showing the streams. We are watching them together, like Riff Tracks, exactly, like Mystery Science Theater 3000, where Mikah and I will be little talking heads, and it'll be up to you to stream Meta's stream from YouTube or Facebook or whatever you happen to want to watch it in conjunction with us. And as I said, once somebody comes on stage, once the first human that comes on stage, I will say, okay, start your video now. So if you're watching after the fact, cue up to the part where the first human comes on the stage. Now, we're doing this with a disadvantage. We don't know if there will be humans.
That's true. Oh, dear.
I'm merely projecting. Why do I see a different chat here? Because I like this comment. Does human include Zuck? But I don't see it.
Oh, I don't see that either.
Yeah. So I guess I'm looking at the Discord. Discord is not
Discord's not getting picked up.
It's not getting picked up. That's why.
I don't know. It can be flaky. Yeah, it's supposed to. But
it's flaky.
sometimes
Got
yeah.
So welcome everybody. Again, start your engines yourself. It's up to you to watch the video because we don't want to go to jail, which we wouldn't, by the way. We just don't want to go to court.
Yeah. And sued into
and what they do is they take you down. And we were off Twitch for a week because of it, which is completely illegal. It's a fair use commentary on somebody else's copyrighted product. We're not impinging their copyright. We're doing what's called in the business news.
Weird. Never heard of it.
Never heard of it, apparently. It's all right. It's all right. We live in a world where people don't want you to know anything. Just know that.
Only from them.
Only from them.
They can control the
horizontal. They control the vertical.
It was interesting while we were doing the school, a couple of our listeners who were watching and helping went and found maybe 5-6 other examples of videos on Twitch that were still up.
Right.
That had...
Oh, it's very selective.
Mm-hmm.
If I were a small human, I might take it personally.
Well, because it happened while we were live, which usually doesn't happen. Usually it's after the fact, right?
No, Apple has active human attorneys who are looking for this. They used to only look for it on YouTube, which is why we haven't streamed Apple's events on YouTube for a long time. Now apparently they've gone to Twitch. I imagine they'll go everywhere eventually.
Yeah,
they want absolute control over the content. They don't. What they don't want is some unwashed human like you and me to come on their pristine content and say, "Well, Apple's full of it. That doesn't do that. That doesn't work that way. That's not a great product. Don't buy that." Which we don't do. Actually, we're pretty positive about Apple stuff. Ironically, Apple, for some reason, has decided that I am the enemy.
So it was meant to start at 10. It is now 10:06 where we are. And the event has yet to begin.
I wonder if I should put a real-time clock up on the screen for future.
Oh, that could be cool.
Yeah, this is exactly right. That's kind of nails it. The other problem I have, and I will need to be disciplined later, is I keep these up to apparently too short a period of time.
Oh, so people aren't able to read through
them. Yes. My head is bigger
Leo's
today.
Head is way larger today.
I felt insecure after yesterday's MacBreak Weekly. Everybody's head was so big and mine was so tiny. And see, now I match you, Mikah, which is what I really wanted to do. Actually, if I back up, I'll match you better. And the reason is I changed lenses. I was using a 20 millimeter lens, which with the crop factor on this APS-C sensor on the Sony FX30 camera I use was 20 would be 30 millimeters. And I just switched to a 35 millimeter. Crop factor is 1.5. So that's 35 plus 17 and a half or something. Oh, hey, look at that. There's a mystery lozenge above your head containing the time on Earth. So good. That's good. Thank you, Mikah. How did you do that?
Ecamm.
Oh, it's magic. So
I think I might take away the seconds because that's a little bit distracting for me.
Well, but it helps. I think people sync up what we're doing, right?
That's true. And plus, I can't take away the seconds. So you're stuck with them.
You're stuck with them. So this is accurate real time.
Yes, according to my computer clock.
So is that going to be helpful to people when they watch this back? Probably not, because they don't know what time it is.
Well, yeah, actually, it should probably be you, because maybe I should do the clap, and then they can see that. Oh no, that wouldn't mean anything to them, would it? You're right.
Yeah, we're just.
I guess
as soon as a human walks on stage, we'll say something.
Yeah,
and then everything starts.
look, they're 9 minutes late to their own party. That's what that's for
Which
now.
means it's live, right? It means it's not a pre-record unless
true.
somebody broke the tape.
Oh, no.
Hello, Black Rhino. Since G4, which I was never... Well, I was on in Canada. I was on G4 Tech TV Canada. Good to see you, too. Welcome. I'm glad you found us. This is one of the reasons we do stream now on all of these places, is because I think a lot of old friends find us that didn't know that for the last 20 years, we've been doing a podcast network, and basically the same thing we did on Tech TV, even better. This is an old, by the way, Screensavers shirt I've resurrected from the pile. I hear birdies in them. Does that mean Meta Connect 2024 will begin shortly?
Let's hope so, because we don't want to encroach into Windows Weekly territory here.
Well, we've warned them. We don't want to encroach too far. And honestly, all this means is if Mark isn't really interesting, we're going to dump out of it and do Windows Weekly.
So good luck, Mark.
The burden is on you now, Mark.
Get it together, bro.
Come on in. Stop smoking those meats and let's do some stuff.
I thought you were going to say doobies.
Oh, hi, Ron. Ron Naring, former candidate for, was it lieutenant governor in the state of California? And a good friend of the network. It's great to see you.
Hi, Ron.
Yeah. Nice guy.
Oh, yeah. We got a lot of people on YouTube who are, for some reason, I think YouTube's serving our stream to several people.
Announcing it to others?
Yeah. Hopefully none of them are lawyers.
Matrix Prime. No, this is the beauty part. They can't ding us for just talking.
That's true. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot.
We're safe.
We don't have it. Yes,
Lieutenant Governor. That's right, Ron. Yeah. It's great to see you again.
I feel so powerful. We're safe.
What did I call him? Assistant Governor? I think I said Lieutenant Governor.
Yeah. I think he's just confirming, yeah.
Assistant Governor.
Assistant to the governor.
Did you see that every board member just resigned from 23andMe?
Yeah, I do want people to know, though, that because I had some people reach out to me about it, too, asking. And honestly, it's not some horrible conspiracy theory. It is simply that the CEO and co-founder of the company,
Susan Wojcicki.
Yeah, Susan Wojcicki wants to take it private, and the board does not think it should be taken private. And if they do, they said, if you're going to take it private,
Anne Wojcicki. Susan is her sister who passed away.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Anne. Yes, Susan passed away. Yeah. And the
music has stopped. A human may emerge.
Yeah, so basically it's about viability of the company.
It just started again.
Oh, dang it. It just started over.
Don't you? Okay. When you go to a rock concert, right? And inevitably they start late. If you go see Madonna, like hours late. And the way Madonna handles it, she has a DJ who can play a randomly long set open for her.
That's clever.
But the moment the DJ descends into the stage, which they do, it's probably going to be another half hour, 45 minutes before Madonna comes on stage. And it's the same thing with this music, right? When they bring the music down, you think, oh, it's going to start. And then they...
Just like a theater where they flash the lights or they bring the lights down. We're kind of Pavlovian response to that. Did you see, by the way, the new Rodecaster video?
Don't tell me about something I don't own, but might have to want to buy someday soon. What is it? What does it do?
So Scooter X posted it in the Discord. I meant to actually mention it to you yesterday because I saw it pop up. Basically, Rode is making a video production. It's kind of like an ATEM, but
it does look like an ATEM, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So just to give people some background, and I'll show this because we got nothing else to do.
Right.
Just to give people some background, Rode, which was for a long time kind of a low-end audio company. Wow, $11.99. It's a little more pricey than has suddenly kind of become a big deal. Oh, wait a minute. I see a clock. I see a clock. We are now 1 minute and 50 seconds away from re-entry.
That's funny. Just
so I use the Rodecaster Duo for my mixer, and it's actually a really good quality audio mixer for a very good price. I do use Blackmagic's A10 Mini Extreme, and I use Elgato's Stream Decks also in production. But the Rode stuff's very good. I don't use the Rode microphones.
I see. It's got XLR inputs and
so it's audio as well.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
audio and video.
There's a little
HDMI
analog
inputs.
mixer built into the Blackmagic, but that's good. Broadcast grade video. I'm always looking for that in my video.
That's cool that it has 2 USB-C inputs. So if you have cameras that are just USB-C, then you can use those and switch with them as well, as opposed to having to go through the computer.
Many do. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now 53 seconds.
But are we is the thing.
But are we?
Does
anybody really know what time it is?
I'm going to take away my clock. I will remove my clock from the background.
Why? I like your clock.
Well, do we want
it's
to
not
the
helpful.
whole time?
I guess it's not helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just a clock. 32, 31. Why don't you and I, Mikah, together count down from 10, and that way people will have something to do while they're waiting for this music to go away.
Okay. All right. Let's see if we are on the same exact thing.
Oh, that's good, because we may not be. Ready? Set. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go time!
Whoa.
Wait a minute, here's a disclaimer. We better read this. The following presentation includes forward-looking statements about our future business plans and expectations. These forward-looking statements are only predictions and made...
Oh, see, that was like you putting up a comment on stage.
It's a stock perspective. Okay, now we got people wearing Meta Quests and doing cool stuff. And
technically, this is a human coming up, but this isn't the same.
This is not the human we're talking about. I mean, on stage. Although we gave you the countdown.
Yeah, we did.
That should be. Now there's music and singing and dancing. How do I get rid of the
chat on Facebook? Because that's very distracting.
Here's a guy with a telescope. There's a guy with a virtual soccer ball. There's a gal wiping off the blackboard, I guess. I don't know. Stuff's flying around. Possibilities, inspiration, collaboration. Connect is open. This is their developer conference, Meta Connect. And this is the keynote, which was rumored to be very interesting. Ready? Here comes a human.
Who's it gonna be?
There it is. There's a human. It's Mark Zuckerberg, ladies and gentlemen.
With longer hair than usual.
Yeah. Looks like a hippie. Black t-shirt.
I think it's German on his shirt.
He says we have a lot to show you. So, again, you should be watching the video. We're not going to describe everything.
Yeah.
We're going to comment on it. I will say he seems a little more confident and poised on stage than he has in past events.
Confident, poised, and also a little relaxed. It's just...
The future of computing and the future of human computing, hand in hand. And it's pretty awesome. So here we go. We're jumping right in with Meta Quest 3S.
Interesting.
With
Apple nomenclature.
Completely different configuration on the front of the cameras. Makes you look like an alien. $299, good
Shipping
price.
October 15th.
Big deal.
It says you can pre-order today.
No, he hasn't. He hasn't been waiting for this. He has it. He says you can reach out and touch digital things as if they're right there. Bring the future to everyone. Well, at $300, a lot more people than Apple. That's exactly the point, right? The cameras on the front look kind of like the Apple iPhone cameras sideways, and there's 2 sets of them.
Touch plus controllers.
That's something you want to hear Apple say. We optimize the whole system a lot.
A lot.
It's a technical term.
He says $299. It's $299.99. That's $300.
Yeah.
I mean,
somebody understood that sentence and went, "Woo!" One guy.
One would hope that 3S would be better than 3.
Which he said for a long time.
Period.
He said that. Remember, he did that whole video why we're better than the Vision Pro. Okay, so this is $100 less or $200 less version of the Quest 3 is what this is. Best value and best product available. Again, he's shooting at Apple.
I was going to say that was fast if that's all there is.
Oh, there's a nerd in the audience,
Kenny.
Kenny Altman. Hey, Kenny. He's waving as if he can see us.
He's got an Xbox controller in his hands.
Oh. So what they're really trying to do is what Apple does, right? Multiple screens.
Where did that screen go?
He moved it. It's over. See, I don't know where it is. It disappeared. Right now, the killer app for the Vision Pro is watching movies in bed.
Yeah, in bed on an airplane.
This is all directly from the Vision Pro.
Wow, this truly is a live demo. They just switched views there.
Oops.
Wow.
And we saw the command line in operation.
Somebody's No, I'm just kidding.
And how many times Kenny has failed. Poor Kenny. You killed Kenny.
Oh.
He doesn't even know where we are. He just said, I don't know where we are. The demo. I don't know what's happening, says Mark Zuckerberg. See? Netflix, not available on the Vision Pro, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube. It's for watching TV.
But again, only by yourself.
Yeah. What's the resolution? Do we know? Is he said?
He said, was it
4K for each eye? No.
That was for the other one, not for the 3S. Spatial audio. Makes sense.
Because no one wanted to use them. Please use them. He really does feel like he escaped from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure and somehow became the CEO of a huge corporation.
I've taken over. Oh, they've worked with Microsoft to do what is essentially what Apple does.
Yeah. Microsoft's wanted to do this for a long time. They did it with HoloLens and nobody wanted it.
Look, there are multiple virtual displays.
Again, this is something Apple's been pushing, and one of the few things people really like about the Vision Pro. And you can do this.
Anthony, can you still only do one virtual display for Apple with your Mac? Because they just showed 2 virtual displays, so that could be even more.
On the Mac, it's still one display, but now they have that on version 2, they have that super wide screen, like the 5K Mac thing. I haven't played with it yet, though.
Anthony is our representative Vision Pro user. Thank you for buying that, Anthony. I made Mikah send it back. Oh, here we are in Horizon World.
Made me feel.
You could go after Godzilla. Legs.
There's a lot going on in Horizon Worlds.
This is kind of an Overwatchy experience.
Mm-hmm.
Mark's making a good point. The sense of presence is unique to this form factor, that you're in the program.
Mm-hmm. Primitive. A portal is a link. I thought I could already do that, to be honest with you. Oh, those avatars do look better.
They look better than Apple's a little bit, I think.
Because they're not trying to be too human.
There's no uncanny valley. They're cartoon characters.
So YouTube is going to be available in Horizon World, so you could join other people and watch YouTube
and watching
videos
something.
together.
Huh.
Oh, here we go. This is what we were just talking about, how it was creepy.
Ooh.
Oh.
Photorealistic spaces.
Do you have to? Hi, can I see your hyperscape room, please?
Daniel's got, for some reason we don't know, a Porsche 911 in his studio.
Whoa.
That's cool. Green Day records there, huh?
That
East
looks
West Studios.
really good.
Do you have to pre-render it? Can you beat... I've noticed they're completely empty of people, so it's, I think, just a pre-rendered 3D environment that you can't really interact with.
I've got an old Quest. I wonder if it works with that, because I'd like to check that out, see what it's... Oof. I can't
Gaming
play
is
any games.
something, though, that Apple has kind of not really jumped on.
Yeah, even in virtual reality.
And until Apple came out with Vision Pro, it was considered kind of the killer app would be gaming.
Mm-hmm.
It does look scary. Is that... Boy, he's very relaxed in his presentation style, shall we say.
Just Dance.
The fitness
nice.
crew. Mark, you're looking good. Do you lift?
Really good.
Ooh, that looks like fun.
Yeah, Supernatural's a really good app.
Was that Supernatural? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's improved
and
a
they just
lot
rolled
in the
out
quality.
Group workouts.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I don't know how that works, but...
Okay, so this is a current product.
Mm-hmm.
So JubHub, we decided not to put the Meta Stream up. We're going to leave that to you because we don't want to get a takedown notice. We've had problems with that in the past. So this is the RiffTrax version. All right, AI, folks. So this is, of course, what Microsoft's done with Copilot. It's what Google's doing with Gemini. The idea is get it into every...
Did you hear that? It's on track to be the most used AI assistant in the world. How?
On track? What does that even mean? I don't know.
He said we're probably already there. That's what he said.
Well, Meta is open. Llama is open. And it is the case. For instance, I have a local version of Llama running on my Mac.
Mm-hmm.
So it is possible, I suppose. I haven't found Llama to be as good as, say, Anthropic or 4.0. But everybody's kind of neck and neck.
So they're saying things like make the they uploaded a photo. They said make the shirt tie-dye, blur the background.
Yeah, that's what Google's doing with Gemini in the new Pixel 9. What book?
I missed that. But it's just a lot of fun and awesome. So
it's really interesting how Apple's going more and more pre-programmed, polished, pre-produced, and Meta's going more natural, relaxed.
Yeah.
And I think developers probably want this, right? They want to hear from Mark directly.
They do, yeah.
He's talking to them
I have
as
the
a peer.
time to be here with you and talk to you.
It doesn't feel like you're talking down from the Godhead.
Exactly.
You know?
Why? So pretty soon we're going to see Meta AI in our Instagram.
Yeah.
Popping up and being
inevitably. Yeah. I don't think really chatting with an AI is the best use of it, but who have they licensed? John Cena.
Oh my goodness, John Cena AI. Dame Judi Dench?
Yeah, this was a news story a couple of days ago that they had got these big names. Who would you talk to? Dame Judi Dench, Aquafina,
100%.
or John Cena? I don't want to talk to John Cena.
Aquafina would be funny, but
should be fun.
Dame Judi Dench is just too cool.
Yeah. Oh, here. Sounds a little like Scarlett. That's totally Scarlett.
No, that's Aquafina's voice.
She sounds a lot like Scarlett, doesn't she? Yeah. It's that vocal fry.
Yeah.
You saw he interrupted her. That's one of the things at 4.0 that was a big deal with OpenAI's ChatGPT 4.0. Embodied. No, I don't want to. No.
Yeah, well, you're going to say no.
Okay, all right.
I guess.
Yeah, let me get my hair up.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that a broccoli cut?
I don't know what you call that.
With an aggressive fade? He's a creator and author, by the way. No idea.
Yeah. This is have somebody else talk for me.
Yeah. Do you get a ton of DMs?
I do, but many of them are not important. And so they wouldn't be something.
Where do you get all these DMs?
That's the thing. It's all over across platform. You know, it's on Instagram and it's on X / Twitter.
I should probably check to see if I'm getting any DMs.
I'm sure you are.
I don't want them.
Yeah. Many of them are just spam or whatever. Right. So
maybe AI
I don't like this though. This is the idea that, you know, we form parasocial relationships with people,
right,
and we want to be able to talk to them. And then the person says, I don't have enough time to talk to all of you, so I'm going to have my AI do it instead. Oh my God, it's an AI version of him. That's this creator's voice, his likeness.
It's just more mediocre crap.
Yeah.
Anthony Nielsen says we should have AI Leo in this environment.
I don't want to talk to it.
It's nonsense.
I like that at least. No, not in horticulture. I like that at least it
cattle
doesn't
ranching horticulture.
I think that's what it said. I barely heard it.
Okay.
I hate that though.
Bye-bye.
I do not like that.
This is what SAG-AFTRA is terrified about. I do like this idea.
Agriculture, not horticulture. Agriculture.
Okay. I do actually think, for instance, for us, the idea that our podcast could be in Spanish
That's awesome.
would be great.
Yep. So this is the original language. The person's doing a
Banana
recipe.
pudding. And Salt Hank would be interested in this, I'm sure. Let's see how the lip sync is. Wow. That's pretty good.
That is good. And mind you, the last one had music.
Yeah. I love the idea that our shows could be automatically translated into any language. It's fantastic.
This is really cool. This
I'm in
is
favor
what I
of
want
that.
to see
Yeah.
done with AI. Multimodal model.
Yeah, this is an interesting story. The EU is basically making it impossible to do this due to privacy.
The white grail, the white whale, the holy grail are these smaller models that work very well
On small devices, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. Glasses. This is the reason I'm here. Reed, we're watching, and you should watch it too, the Meta Connect keynote, and that's what we're commenting on right now. We don't dare, as we used to, broadcast it, rebroadcast it. So it's up to you to play it while we're watching. We'll give you some way to sync up here. How we about that?
Well, if they tune in live, it should be live. So,
yeah, but if you're watching after the fact and it's
That'll
just
be
two people
something.
talking,
yeah.
he just said, I'm really proud of the work we're doing, and now open source AI is on the screen and people are clapping. Go to that part. Glasses. augmented reality.
I thought it was Meta Ray-Ban.
Depends which company's talking about it. Yeah, quality's not great, but it's cool. Henry takes him out in his kayak as he's kayaking around the bay to record that.
Yeah, I think
speakers are very good.
Unique ability of recording things that way is one thing that makes them valuable.
Yeah, they look like Ray-Bans. Okay, Dragonfire's got a good idea. When they clap, we'll clap. Like
it's not an endorsement, to be clear.
No, it's just, I'll go like this. Oh. I like that. You can listen to podcasts or books. I want augmented reality. I want a heads-up display.
In my lens, yeah.
His name is Mark Zuckerberg.
You met him at
Yes.
Meta Connect 1.
This is what I'm curious about. And they are next couple of months. Okay. Yeah. We demoed that a few months ago on Twig, and it was not impressive, but at least you could say, what am I looking at? What is that?
How do I park better?
Remember this. That's good. Everybody
That's
remember,
nice.
Mark's car is parked in slot 9702.
That's 97.
Is he driving a Hyundai? Mark says, of course, I don't have to worry about that. My chauffeur always knows. Wow. Like, remember this?
Yeah. And like Apple's Vision, whenever that releases.
They may both come out at roughly the same time, which would be interesting. Is this a sweater? What does this go with? Look, if you're so inept that you're this is a Mark Zuckerberg feature. I don't know. Should I wear this with this? I don't know.
So
Yes,
the person,
Mark.
the example that they gave is somebody was going to a 1920s themed party. So they said, what here would go for that? And they said,
Well,
a
that
black
makes
dress with
sense
the
because
lace.
it knows history, right?
Yeah, and then it's like, what? How should I accessorize it? I said, that pearl
Yeah.
necklace you have would be great. So if you have parties to attend, this might be helpful.
Live translation. This is the Holy Grail. Do this well and you're done. The Babelfish. The struggle is real. Ooh. I want to see this.
Pre-recorded video.
No.
No?
Live demo, kids.
Oh, this is terrifying for me.
No kidding.
I get secondhand anxiety with this kind of thing.
They're both wearing the glasses. Wow. Awesome is increíble. Just remember that. So
you have to kind of stand there.
You're looking kind
of. Yeah. But I guess that's how it would work with
anyway, right?
Translator.
Yeah, simultaneous translate. How did it translate, bro?
I think it said hombre.
Huh. Bro is, I think, in every language.
Yes.
This is huge. Yeah.
I love this app.
Put Be My Eyes in those glasses. That's great.
Yep. And that's exactly what they're going to do with this. Oh, this is so smart.
Wow.
This gives me goosebumps. Every time I've gotten a call from someone on Be My Eyes and was able to help them, like it was.
Oh, you've done it. Oh, that's neat.
It's so rewarding. It
was really tied, of course, to humans, and thanks to AI now, they're using AI to do the same thing. I don't know if it's as good. I probably.
Well, no. Yeah. In this instance, the glasses are being worn by the person who needs help, and then the person who's volunteering can look on their phone and see.
But I thought Be My Eyes was replacing the human volunteers in many cases with AI.
Oh, I did not hear that.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah, because it's showing the caller and the volunteer view so that the volunteer sees through those
Sometimes
glasses.
The disadvantage, that's fine, right? The disadvantage of Be My Eyes is there's not always somebody there to answer.
Yeah. Transition lenses? Yep, transition lenses for the Meta Ray-Bans or Ray-Ban Meta.
Yeah, I like my transitions, actually. They don't work in the car, unfortunately, because the UV is blocked by your windshield. Blind Wiz says, I'm blind. I use Be My Eyes. They're doing a lot of AI, but still have humans for when the AI falls short. That makes sense. Anthony Nielsen's head is too big for the styles they have, as is mine, Anthony. The ones I bought, I ended up giving to Mikah because my head didn't fit. And then you kind of lost interest, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then they went to
Henry has them.
Henry.
Actually, they're in my car because he didn't want them.
Oh.
No, he bought his own.
Oh, I see.
I think that I would order them with my prescription, probably.
I wish we could stream from them. I think that would make a difference for me.
Yeah.
If I could stream from them.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Because that'd make unboxings so much easier. That would mean that,
it's not a great image. It's okay, but it's not what we've got here. It's not.
Exactly.
They are the best glasses out there right now, I think. I'm still waiting for my Brilliant Labs glasses. They never have arrived. They're augmented reality, supposedly. Maybe that's why they haven't arrived.
His mic is getting a little plosives. Yes, you have.
This is what we came to see.
Ha, pun.
This is what I'm very interested in. This is the future if they can make this happen. They're going to be a little big.
Oh my goodness.
They're
A person has come out with a briefcase. It's a metal briefcase. It's handcuffed. Watch your head.
Watch your head. Watch your brain, man. This is going to be awesome.
A live demo with a briefcase.
This guy's gone. I went to graduate school for this. It's the only one. Okay. Yeah, Mark went to Toastmasters. That's it. That's good. It makes you look like Jeff Goldblum, which everybody wants.
Exactly.
Wow.
100 grand.
More than 100 grand, but less than 100 grams. So that's... Yeah, I mean, this is the holy grail if they can do this. And good on Mark for pouring billions of dollars into this. Yes, you do. This is the problem Apple has with spooky eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Or slips into your DMs.
I think it's smart to call it a hologram because we're used to
Yeah.
holograms not being very high fidelity.
Right. There, that looks just like Apple's avatars.
Although slower frame rate.
Yeah. Look, this is a very early prototype.
Yes.
Of course, it's going to be funky.
It's like the Nintendo 3DS.
Oh, what is it? Oh.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, this is the only technology for real 3D holograms that makes any sense. So it's shooting the light into your retina. Ah, there's a small puck. This is, of course,
There's no live demo of this so far.
distant future, yeah.
Yeah.
And we knew this would be distant future, but
Voice. Did you already say that? Oh, dear.
I have to jack into that.
What does this mean?
I mean, this is what Elon wants to do, of course. Straight out of sci-fi. I'm doing this right now. Imagine training this thing.
Yeah. How does it work?
Is that iJustine?
If it's a bracelet that's just feeling you move.
Yeah, it sounds like it is. It's not, it's picking up neural impulses.
Oh, I love this song.
Is this 100 grams? Oh, Benson Huang from NVIDIA. Broccoli hair
There's
guy.
the creator.
Who's that? Somebody famous. Is that the... Benson Huang, of course, CEO of NVIDIA. I feel like that's the director. Guy did The Way of Water. Of course, what's his name? I can't remember. You're supposed to know, obviously, right?
Oh, yeah. They're playing table tennis.
I mean, if Mark Zuckerberg's standing there, what are you going to go? Oh, yeah.
Oh,
it's not for me,
terrible.
but thanks, Mark. Anyway, what's for dinner?
It looks cool, but golly. So it'll be dev kit first and foremost.
Snap is doing this with their new spectacles. And they're renting them at a great cost to developers. Yeah, not The Way of Water, Tommy. What was the name? Oh, well, I don't know if that's who it was anyway.
He looked familiar.
He looked like that director, you know? You know who I'm talking about? Corazon?
Heart? So basically, people aren't going to see them for a long time.
Shape of Water. Was it Guillermo del Toro? I don't know.
Guillermo del Toro, did The Shape of Water, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was.
But
you looked like him a little bit. You'd bring in a film director to look at him for sure, right? Because you want content. I like the translation thing. I think that's very interesting.
It's very cool, yeah.
But everybody's promised that, you know? It's Google.
Mm-hmm. I got to give them props for doing these live demos, though. Even though some of them were a little clunky.
Yeah,
it's just nice to see.
There's certainly a strong contingent that says, oh, no, you should do these live. Not live, pre-recorded because the content's rich and it always works. I like seeing, but that's what we do here too, right? We do everything live.
Well, it just helps me see that it's more
human.
real. Yeah. And that I don't have to, because when I watch a Google thing, I'm going, that demo is probably faked.
Right.
That demo is not going to have the full context. Yeah, there is courage to doing it live. You're kind of putting yourself behind your product.
And it's more genuine. It's more real. That's why we did the screensavers live. I didn't want to edit out the computer crashes because that's a lie.
Yeah.
More open, more accessible, more natural. This is really important for Mark to establish values, because it's, I think, often thought that Meta has no values. And yeah, he's talking to developers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mark Zuckerberg at the Connect conference, he's waving goodbye. People are applauding, and we have finished our coverage of Meta Connect for 2024. We're very interested in what he had to say, because we'd heard lots of rumors about what AI would be up to, what those new AR goggles would be, and so forth. And he kind of lived up to, I think, the expectations, and it's worth seeing. But the thing I think he did that was probably most important from his point of view is he's kind of rehabilitated his own reputation and the reputation of Meta to some degree. And he needed to do that. Remember him emerging, having everybody put on the Meta Quest, and then him emerging from the back. And it was just super creepy. This was a Meta Connect about 5 years ago. And I think that doing it the way he's done it now it's much more human scale. He was very clear about, this is our values. It's about connecting. It's about building exciting things. It's not about moving fast and breaking things, which of course was their motto for many years. And I think this is part of Meta's rehabilitation. And there's an opportunity. There's a gap here that Google has opened up by not really stepping up and living up to their promise. There is Apple, but it's such a walled garden. Now the lack of trust really all comes to Amazon. I think Meta has a chance. There's an opportunity, a place for Meta to be in this. And goodness knows, Mark is committing a huge amount of money to very speculative technologies and producing real products. A lot of credit to Mark for this. What do you think?
I agree. Yeah, I agree. I was impressed by today's event in the sense that, as someone kind of pointed out in the chat, there's courage to showing off these products that you've been working on in a way where there will be little hiccups, little failures, and saying, that might happen, but we're still going to show you something that works. And despite the awkwardness of the live translation, for example, it was still very cool to see that live translation working. And you have that opportunity to go, how might I be able to use this? It's something that when I watch other live streams, I don't let myself get too excited about some of those features, because I'm going, it's going to fail this way, it's going to fail this way, it's going to fail this way. To see it played out live, I think was really important. And I agree. It's refreshing to see that from a company that I can remember just thinking as a source of true evil for a while.
For so long, it was the creepy company.
Yeah,
maybe it's just me, but I'm interested to hear you say that as well. I feel like they've somewhat rehabilitated themselves, and Mark has, and of course, he's been trying to do this for some time. Remember a few years ago, we said, "Oh, he wants to run for president. He wants to run the world." I feel like this is a new, maybe somewhat chastened Mark, a more mature Mark, saying, "Look, we have a lot of resources. We have a lot of customers who trust us, and we want to make something of real value in the world." Good for him.
Yeah, and do it at a price point that more people can get into as well, which
exactly.
I appreciate from this company.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's making VR more accessible. And if that is the future that they see, it's nice that that is being considered, because you have some companies that are working on, the future of AI, and it is already at a level that boxes out a lot of people. They don't have access to it because of the cost. And so for Meta to have its AI models be open source and to give these price points, I mean, it takes a lot to decide to take a product that's selling okay, especially in the VR landscape, and say, we're going to spend the next year, instead of trying to make the next best thing, we're going to figure out how to make it cost less. And so to come out with that, what is it, 3S, I'm already forgetting the numbers, and say, this one costs less than it did before, and you're getting some improvements here. And,
they need to do that. They need to.
Yeah.
There's one other thing. Not one mention of Facebook.
Yeah.
They mentioned Instagram briefly.
They just said, your social accounts. Yeah, they didn't really say Facebook at all. Huh.
Yeah. This is not the Facebook company anymore. This is Meta. And I think Mark has really pivoted. And that's very important because, frankly, Facebook doesn't have the best reputation in the world. It is certainly not something young people are interested in at all. I think it's a smart pivot. And maybe pivot complete.
Yeah. I think so. I think there's a cool factor that's coming to Meta that I was not expecting to see. And as you said, it's kind of a rehabilitation that has been years in the making, and I think in a certain extent is continuing on. It certainly helps with what they're doing there with getting celebrities involved and making products with a company that I can say there's a lot of brand love for Ray-Ban among young millennials and to a certain extent even younger generations.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I think they've been making some smart moves for sure.
Mikah, Sargent, thank you for spending some time this morning with me. We're going to get going with Windows Weekly, only a few minutes late. I hope you enjoyed our coverage of Meta's 2024 Connect keynote. I apologize that we were not able to do it as we have always done it in the past, which is running the keynote and commenting on top of it. It makes you do some extra work. You have to play the keynote with our commentary in the background. We're forced to do that, unfortunately, because YouTube and now Twitch both, by the way, incorrectly have deemed that it is not fair use and have allowed the copyright holders to take down channels that do that. So we don't want to take the chance anymore. We can't afford to be kicked off of Twitch or YouTube or any other platform. So unfortunately, the copyright holders win and fair use loses in this case. I think it's a good compromise. Let us know what you think if it's too hard. I know it confuses some people, and it's an issue certainly in the post playback, because if you want to watch our commentary and watch the Meta keynote after the fact, it's a little more complicated. But that's what we've got to do. Yeah. Thank you, Mikah, Sargent.
Thank you, Leo Laporte.
And we'll see you soon. I miss working with you on Ask the Tech Guys. Remember, though, Mikah still does hands-on tech every Sunday, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, 1800 UTC. He answers your tech questions, often live. Yes?
Mm-hmm. Yes, almost always live. We occasionally do some reviews that will be pre-recorded, but I'm going to be always joining live so that we can talk about the review afterwards. So we'll still have that hangout time.
All right. Hang out a little longer. Windows Weekly coming up next on most of these same TWiT stations. Have a great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.